Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Liz. Hello and welcome to XCOM Enemy Within Long War. It's been a long time since I've been able to say that. I'm a little subdued right now because it's the evening. So my enthusiasm is all there, trust me. And I hope you're gonna pick up on that. But the right in your face, great, loud, probably obnoxious attitude about how enthused I am about this is going to be toned down a little bit because it is 10 p.m. The wife and kids are in bed, and I don't want to be ridiculously crazy about that. But it's good to be back to Long War Original. Although this isn't quite Long War Original, this is Long War Rebalance, which is a modification of a modification made by a contributor called Ucross. So Long War Rebalance takes a lot of things about Long War, so a lot of the bugs that were in Long War original, and fixes them. And it also adds a lot of modifications that were made for Long War by other people and sort of packages them up together. So things like Squadron Unleashed, for example, which we'll see in action, and a whole bunch of other things. So a lot of really good improvements that were made to Long War and Enemy Within after 1.0 released is all packaged up together, and it does a really good job of sort of refreshing the whole situation for people. What it does poorly is gameplay balance and difficulty balance. So Long War Original had this philosophy, and it lasted up until about version 13 or so. Certainly after we played our last Long War campaign on the channel here of our Long War Original, which isn't available to watch anymore. But when we played that campaign, it was before this philosophy changed, and the philosophy was that impossible is meant to be impossible. You are not supposed to be able to beat the game on impossible, and if you got close to it, JL would try and change the game so that you wouldn't be able to do it. He would punish you severely. And about version, I would say 13 or maybe 14, they started to realize that the net result of this was every time they made changes like this, people just started to game the game more. And this is perfect. This is exactly what I want to see from XCOM. I want to see people gaming the game. I want to see people, taking advantage of all of these little situations and whatnot, because XCOM to me is chess. XCOM is not Halo. XCOM is not Call of Duty, right? XCOM is chess to me, and I want to see all of these things being taken advantage of. I want to see people castling. I want to see people taking advantage of a particular gambit and setting the board up the way they want. This is what XCOM is to me, and Long War delivered that. It delivered the gaming the game mentality. Ucross and a lot of other people disagree with that, and they want to make it a little bit more of, I would call it a casual frat boy kind of experience. Aggression is a good way of putting it. They want to reward aggression severely, and that's great if your game is MechWarrior Online, but it doesn't feel like XCOM to me. Aggression has its place in XCOM. Dashing that extra 2 tiles out of your single move space, to get to the line quicker is aggression in my books. But aggression in its various forms has its place in XCOM, but I don't like the aggression is everything mentality. I just don't like it. So to me, the gameplay design in that respect is sort of poor. We're going to go over a lot of other changes as we get into this campaign. I don't want to sit on this loading screen forever as I talk about my opinions of this. I just want to give a few quick details. I think the biggest criticism I have, and we're going to get into it because I've made some tweaks to sort of change this criticism, because this is technically my 3rd campaign now. I played a campaign on normal that felt like I was playing cinematic mode. It was so easy. I played I didn't finish it because I was blowing away everything so hard. I was like, there's no point finishing this campaign. And then I started another one on classic, and I finished that one. Then I started another one, and I started recording the first 7 episodes of it, and then I hit a crash, and I realized I wasn't autosaving, autosave was turned off, and my entire campaign was gone, like wiped. I didn't have any saves of it, not even a single save. I hadn't saved once in the 7 episodes. Yeah, call me stupid. I was stupid. That was just my attitude getting into it. I was so excited to get back into Long War, and I hadn't saved once. I was relying on autosaves that didn't exist. So I paid the price, and that campaign was lost, and those 7 videos got deleted, and I'm not going to be posting them, and we're going to be starting again today. But I would say in my experience with the 2 campaigns I went into, like normal, I got to pulse lasers before I just gave up because it was too easy. And then the first one I did on classic, I had a lot of fun with. But I think the biggest criticism I have is that they have this idea of a reverse difficulty curve using air quotes, meaning as the game gets further on, it gets easier for you because you get better. My impression of the tweaks and balances that have been made, especially like to the soldier trees, are one thing, because soldiers, we'll get into that in more detail as we get there. The last thing I want to hit on before we get into this campaign, though, is that the weapon balancing is so monotonous because it feels like you never get anywhere. It feels like all the tech that you research is for nothing, because you're gonna get like 20 hours into the campaign and you're still gonna be shooting those drones, and the laser weapons you have are still gonna be hitting and not penetrating their armor at all. You're not even going to be applying a single point of damage to them. They won't penetrate at all. Although you will have engineers, for example, who can take them down at that point. But still, like even the most primitive enemies, your average soldier is not going to have like a even remote ability to deal with. And it's not hard, it's not difficult, because you just adjust to that. But it's monotonous. It feels like you never get anywhere. It feels like there's no progression. It feels like XCOM is the same bunch of slobs they are at the start of the game, like when you have Gauss weapons and when you have pulse weapons. Like it's just, it doesn't feel good is what it doesn't feel like. So I've made some tweaks to hopefully counter that. Anyway, let's get into this. We're going to play on classic difficulty. I kind of want to play on brutal. If we play again in the future, maybe we'll play on brutal, or maybe even impossible, but I want to try classic again. Classic felt okay. It didn't feel like it was, oh my god, I have the possibility of failing every second. It felt like it was an okay, let's get in there and experience this and not just be able to steamroll it because it's cinematic mode game. We are going to do some advanced options. Yeah, we'll do Operation Progeny and Operation Slingshot. That's fine. I already had a crash that broke the game. I'm not going to do Iron Man. Because, like I say, I already had a crash that broke one campaign. Like 7 or 8 missions in. Okay, so we're not going to play with recommended Red Fog. Red Fog, again, just makes the game too easy. The XCOM disproportionately benefits from Red Fog, where the aliens disproportionately suffer from Red Fog. So we're not playing with that. I can't friggin' stand Red Fog. Diminishing returns, itchy trigger, bronze man, commander's choice. No. No durability. Let's play with repairs. When we played our previous campaign, repairs weren't a thing yet. It was introduced after our last playthrough, and you have access to things like shivs as well at the beginning of the game now. So the start of the game is a lot easier than it used to be. And Ucross in general just makes the whole game easier overall. Perfect information, more than perfect information. Just give us shot percentages like on screen. Green fog, no. Green fog is recommended as well. Green fog is one of those things that I think is built to encourage Call of Duty style gameplay. It's built to encourage that aggression, which some people are like, it's not ideal that people are, playing tactically and taking advantage of everything they can in the game. And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about, bro? It's a single player game. Hey, no, that's the game that I want. I don't want this XCOM 2, be aggressive, be aggressive, be punished for pulling back and punished for using your head gameplay style. Like, I don't want that. New economy, hidden potential, save scum, critical, dynamic war. I should note that the first two campaigns that I played were dynamic war. I don't think we're going to do this one on dynamic war. Dynamic war used to be called uh, what was it? Slightly less long war or something like that. Dynamic war now lets you tune the campaign length. I played the first one on the standard point 0.5 dynamic war. The second campaign I did, the one that I finished, I did on point 0.7 dynamic war. So a little bit slower than the first one. And I think this one we're just going to play on regular, like straight up long war. Cinematic mode, wear and tear, war weariness, total loss. Aiming angles is a popular second wave option. I don't like it. I think it breaks a lot of the XCOM mechanics of getting flanks. Like, people just get lazy about it, and it turns into slogfests instead, with very little board manipulation. It sort of feels a lot like XCOM 2 in that sense, because XCOM 2 is a lot about board clears. You just get into position and you use your abilities and you clear the board, which I don't like. I like board manipulation, which aiming angles counters board manipulation, basically. Hidden trees, United Humanity, We Are Legion, Quick and Dirty, Recon. Okay, so this is a new feature. Meld cans and bomb nodes are hidden in the fog of war. So this is Unreal Engine, so I'm not sure what the term of it is in Unreal right now, but it's like a game object. So the game object, I guess the game. Okay, I was going to say it's like the game objects are actually disabled when they're under fog, so that you can't see them. They don't even render. You can't like look into the fog in the distance and see where they are. But I guess there's still scripts running on the game object. There has to be, because they count down and all that. So I guess just the renderer on the object just doesn't. It gets disabled or whatever. So they just are totally invisible. I mean, maybe in the future. I like the just default way of playing this game, where you can see them if you peer through the fog. Like, they don't appear bright or anything, but they appear like the terrain. Balanced soldiers, no, I don't think so. Does not affect unique soldiers, similar to Long War 1, where no recruit is clearly superior to another. You know what? Yeah, let's do that. That's the way Long War 1 worked, basically. It uses weights for stats. And we're going to use fresh recruits because in Ucross, every rookie has the exact same... like, not every rookie. Every rookie in your barracks at the beginning, the 15 starting soldiers, are all unique. Like, they are unique soldiers. They are always the same for everybody. We're going to use fresh recruits so that our starting barracks is randomized. And it's going to use the randomization that Long War 1 had, where soldiers are weighted. So they all are their quality works out to being about equal, but they are going to have stats distributed differently. Okay, that's good. Those are our second wave options, and let's start the game. 13 minutes in. We're going to be talking a lot about this mod and the balance in it as we go along. Every time we reach one of those little things. You know what? Let's just skip the cutscenes. I was going to be like, let's show the cutscenes, but I've played this game enough times, and I've shown the cutscenes on YouTube enough times. So there's a lot more base locations now than there used to be. Some of the really strong ones. Brazil has a really strong one. Jungle Scouts, early armors, attack Kestrel Phalanx, and Aurora armors receive an additional small item slot until tactical rigging is developed. The reason I don't like this bonus is because armors after that, like Titan armor, do not receive this bonus. So if you get to the point that you get Titan armor, you have to research tactical rigging. So the bonus just goes away in that sense. Or, alternatively, the bonus goes away when you research tactical rigging. So if you're still on Aurora armor and you have the bonus, you have this tactical rigging foundry project, and if you have access to it and you research it, the bonus goes away. Like, it's a bonus that helps you early on, but it goes away. So I like it, but I also don't like it. Canada has, like Cadre, which I generally don't like anything that just gives you soldiers to begin with. I'm not the biggest fan of that. Germany has some really sleek bonuses. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They've got some really sick bonuses. Japan has a really strong bonus. Not this one. This one here. Ghost in the Machine. Shivs receive plus 15 aim, and you start the campaign with 4 extra shivs. You normally start with 2. That's different from when we played last. Starting with shivs is ridiculous. They're crazy. But Japan starts with 6 shivs, and they have plus 15 aim. So that means that they have 65 aim by default. They have 80 aim shivs at the beginning of the game. That's ridiculous. The reason that I'm sort of against this is because you don't want to be bringing shivs with you on missions when you don't need to. When you don't have like a reason to be bringing that shiv for the extra firepower, for the fatigue reduction, for whatever, like fatigue management and all that kind of thing. You don't want to be like spamming shivs everywhere because then you're not developing your roster. So Ghost in the Machine, really good, really powerful, but it also it's like in, again, Call of Duty, taking martyrdom. It's literally a loser's perk because it doesn't proc unless you die. And it's the same here. This is, yeah, you get great benefits when you're bringing something that is counter to you actually winning the game. It encourages a bad behavior, basically, but it's really powerful. Mexico, I think, has the Illuminator gun sight, but the Illuminator gun sight is weaker than it was. I think we're going to play with this bonus here. Yeah, Nigeria. So the disadvantage of playing Nigeria is that early on, whenever you're doing anything that's caused by a satellite spawning the mission, like shooting down a UFO, for example, Bradford will make it very clear that our next mission is going to be deep in the Nigerian interior. Which, you know, I mean, sure, it's 2018. When this game came out, that was already a terrible freaking phrase to be saying, but whatever. You know, fine, Bradford, great. I'm going to hear it, and I'm probably going to say it a million times throughout this campaign. But all soldiers start with +1 mobility. That's crazy. Like, oh my goodness, that is insane.
Listen up.
Like, you remember our scouts in the first Long War when we would just, like, run up to things and hit and run them and run away? Or run up to them and in the zone them if we were using that? Like, oh my goodness, it's crazy. Let's get in there.
Strike one. This is central.
I love it. Okay, so we're on the roadway. That's, you know, great. We have 1 shiv to begin with. I'm not sure if you're Japan if you start with more shivs on the first mission. You might start with 2. I'm not 100% on that. We are in this section where we have to sort of choose which way we want to go. I'm not sure how many aliens there are going to be on Classic. I imagine we're... Okay, we didn't encounter anything yet. That's actually really strange. God, look at that movement, though. Look at that movement, though. Being able to actually, like, advance to usable cover this early on? Holy crap.
Running.
Oh, I do have to be aware of the fact that this is Enemy Within. It's not XCOM 2, so if I take moves and then we pull aliens as a result, it's going to potentially be a problem. Let's just get everybody advanced, since we're not pulling anything, it seems.
Moving.
And we'll overwatch anybody who can. So being on this side of the road, we start with this stupid structure, which means that there could be people behind it. We have very poor sort of control over both sides of the road, and we have to split the squad up dramatically very early on in order to get it. I'm not really fond of that, so we're going to sort of advance differently. Nothing still. I'm actually kind of surprised. This mission is not light. It's certainly not light activity. I don't know what it would be considered. Maybe heavy activity later in the game, by later in the game standards. I do want to kind of scout out over on this side. I kind of don't, but I also kind of do at the same time, because we could get in some deep crap if we don't. Okay, let's move up, and we're just going to take our overwatches. Sound cues, come on, I can hear sectoids, but, you know, give me a directional cue. Okay, there's something directly in front of us. Great. So you can see the health bars. The health bars are totally different than what they were in default Enemy Within. And obviously Long War Original as well. That's another mod. That's not this Long War Rebalanced directly.
Alien life on
Yeah, there we
Earth.
go. They were on the roof
We're
of that.
witnessing something never before seen in recorded history.
Okay, this guy... here's another change to Long War Rebalanced. When a pod activates, if anything in that pod can see another pod, it will activate that other pod. So he just activated 3 pods of sectoids, which is to be expected. Okay, I was kind of hoping we could get up to here. We can get here, which will get us a dank flank on this guy, but you've got a carbine. You've got a rifle. You can't get into that position, though. What about you? You've got a rifle. You can't get into that position. Looks like the only person who can actually get into this cover and accomplish that is you. So,
Aye, aye, Commander.
Konovalov, please get up to here and pull this 86% dank flank, 70% critical to the sectoid's cranium, please. Okay, 3 damage. That's it's something. It's something. It's not not the kill that we wanted, but it's definitely getting there. I am tempted in this situation to possibly overwatch, but let's see what we can do here. Okay, you can't get into there at all. We know there's enemies up over this way. We could like dash aggressively up to here. Problem with dashing aggressively up to here is we could very easily just get flanked and murdered from this side. They are over here, remember? I mean, we can go for some very aggressive flanks over here. Like this. That's a very aggressive flank that actually... I didn't think we'd actually see him yet. I thought he was just going to be out of range. I thought we'd have to come into this car to see him. But we can see him already. This is a 76 with 60 crit with an assault rifle. Very high probability kill. 6 damage. Crit. Nice.
Their weapons appear to self-destruct when the operator dies.
Thank you, Dr. Volin.
We should look closely for any
We are aware of
fragments
that,
could
but
be
I guess, you know,
salvaged for
maybe
our own
it wouldn't be at
development
this point.
programs.
If we move up to here, we have a disadvantage of being able to get flanked from anything over here, and they could very easily come here and probably reach us down this path. This car would be better. I can't quite reach it. You can reach this car. You've already got a shot, though. You got a 27 and a 47. It's 47 for a kill. Oh, you can't reach that car. You don't have enough movement for that. Damn. You don't have enough range for a grenade either right now, do you? No, you don't. That is lame sauce. Oh, man. Okay, so you got an AR. You got yourself a carbine. You can get up to here. You can also get up to there, though. I think we're going to be dashing forward to this position with one of these soldiers. One of them is going to take a shot, and this is going to take a shot. And we're going to try and kill this damaged guy. Taking a gun out of play is a big deal. 47% for the kill. That's a miss. I think we're going to get one more shot at this guy. Who's got the higher aim out of these? 66 and 64. You both have carbines? No, you've got a rifle. So you've got higher aim then as a result of that.
I'm on the move.
So let's get in over here. You're going to take your shot as well. 59. 30% crit. Good shot.
Hostiles pacified.
Like, remember, like, you would have, like, 20s and 30% in Long War Original at this point. There's no way you would have this good of a chance. So we killed this sectoid. If we move up to here, we've got some line of sight blocks from over this direction. They'd have to get into this file right here in order to flank us, which means if they stood there, they would have us flanked. Ooh, too far. If they stood right here, they would have us flanked, but right here... Oh, no, we aren't denying it. Crap, we're on this side of the vehicle. Yeah, okay, they could stand there, because we're not denying that tile from them. So they could actually potentially flank us if we move to this car. That's not ideal. Where else can we move? If we moved aggressively into here, again, they could potentially flank us from there. So I think in this situation, we just have to move up here to this high cover. We still need to push closer. I want to get my grenades in range of them. But we have to be a little slightly bit cautious. So we could either overwatch or take a 25 here. 25 would get us a kill. They're almost certainly going to move through our overwatch range. I feel like taking the shot there would have been better. Okay, that sectoid double moves, doesn't do anything else. Fires on our Shiv, 40%, that's perfect. Even if they hit the Shiv has lots of damage reduction. It's very probable that they wouldn't be able to even penetrate our armor, or if they did, they just do 1 damage. Yeah, see? 3 damage reduction, doesn't even penetrate our armor. That puts us in a position, oh, we don't get a step out with the shiv, and that only puts us to this tile. Damn. If I had dashed with the shiv last turn, we could have gotten a flank on this guy. That's not perfect, guys. That's not perfect. At all. I want to get up to here, but I don't know what's up there yet, so we're going to be a little bit more skeptical. I think we're going to push forward to this position. Oh, watch out for overwatches, though, man. Watch out for overwatches. We don't know what's on Overwatch. Okay, so we picked up a couple flanks. So our grenade probably isn't going to be necessary. Before we do anything there, what can we do with you? Can you get a shot on anything from back here? No, you can't. If you move up here, you've only really got a shot on one thing as well. And these guys on the other side have the shiv. Oh, I should have checked for overwatches. Crap. Well, we only got vision on one of them, so... Any overwatches? No, these would be red. These eyes would be red if there was overwatches, so there are none there. So now grenade opportunities. If we move up to here, we will get some sweet grenade opportunities in here, potentially. Anybody else be able to get closer? Like, can you get to this car? No, neither of you can get to the car. You can get to either this car or the full cover. Obviously, the full cover is better. And now we know that this is safe. Like, we're not gonna... We've denied this tile. So moving up to here is fine. We want to kill this guy then, because we're going to get proximity on him. You're going to get a shot. It's going to be one of the... It's going to be this guy then. Actually, it could be either of them, potentially. Let's shoot this one then, because it's the one that our other guy can see. Well, before we do that, what's our AP grenades? Do we have a really sweet one? No. We can't land any really sweet AP grenades. So yeah, it's going to be this one, because this one can see our other guy. 76% hit, 60 crit! Yes! Ventilate the skull of that sectoid. Good job. So we are going to move up to here. And from here, let's take a quick look at our AP grenades. Are there any really sweet ones? No, I was hoping we'd be able to drop behind that. So we've got proximity on this guy, 62%. That's actually really good. But we want to do some stuff with our shiv. So this should not be a flank. Although, hold on. Now that we can see other guys, can we maybe work a flank on one of them? No, we probably could have gotten a flank on that sectoid we just killed, actually. Maybe not, but I think we probably would have had a shot on it from here, and that would have been a flank. Darn. We could have taken the shot on this other one instead then. Oh well. You live and you learn. You act too soon, and you pay for it. We'll definitely be able to shoot this guy. We should have a decent proximity, but I don't think... This should not be a flank. The shiv should not have the ability to step out. Nope. But we do have a 44 on him. That's not great. So we either take that, or what we could do here is actually dash forward and get into a position where we have... I think these are high cover elements too, aren't they? Where we don't have vision, but we have the ability to get behind one of these guys next time. The problem with putting the shiv over there is that a lot of these guys won't be able to see it anymore, and it won't be a valid target for them, and they won't try and shoot it. And we want these guys with their piddly little weapons to shoot our shiv. That would be fantastic. So yeah, we're going to take the 44 here. And we miss. That's okay. And then you guys. You guys are too far back. Like, you are too far back. You're not useful to me back here. If we kill this guy, it's a little safer to be up here. He doesn't have a flank. Who would get a flank on you? They'd have to stand there. If they stood there... I mean, I'm not denying that tile right now, I don't think. I don't think you... Well, maybe. Yeah, you probably have vision of that. That probably denies that tile. So it's probably okay to move up to here. This is high cover. That means we have to kill this sectoid if we do that. Okay, what tile can you get to? You can only get to this one? Okay, so you're going to dash to that one. You're going to dash to this one.
Double time.
You are going to throw... Once the game catches up to us. You're going to throw an AP grenade on this sectoid here. Yeah. And we're going to hope for the kill. We only need 4 damage. Let's drop it. That's not actually on top of him. So let's drop it like that. Hopefully 4 damage. It might not. Yeah, 3. Long war grenades. Why you troll me so hard? Alright, so shoot the shiv. Some of these guys are going to do psi nonsense. Yeah, shoots the shiv. That's good. Misses entirely. Fantastic. Also the shiv 41%. Also misses entirely. Psi nonsense could be a problem for us. Mind merge on sectoid. Okay, so that's going to make this guy a little bit tougher, but that's alright. We can deal with him. I'm not too scared of that. What I really would hate is like a mind fray or a psi panic on one of my people. And these are all like stock built rookies. Come on, miss. Ah, damn it. Okay, no chain panic. No chain panic. Come on. Damn it.
What's happening? No, this isn't right.
Okay, only 2 though. Alright. 2 that I needed for this turn, but, you know, whatever. Another mind merge. Are we going to be in a position to get a flank on these guys? I think we are. Ooh, wow, yes. Miss our shiv. And then this guy, who's a little scary. He's got proximity on us here, but he overwatches. Okay. So this guy is a problem. We're going to have to deal with him. Where are we flanked? By him. Great. So, yeah, dealing with him is going to be, you know, a thing. And we could do it with a grenade. That's not a problem. We can either do it with a grenade or a shot. I mean, a shot from here is going to be 94% to hit him. That's pretty sweet. We don't have a grenade anymore. Honestly, I think you just do this with your carbine. You take the 94, you just bust the Overwatch. Good job. Overwatch is gone. Shiv. We don't even need the Shiv. Like, we could have soldiers move up here and take this out. So the Shiv could potentially move into here and get a proximity shot on one of these guys. So if I was to have soldiers move up to here, then they could kill one of these sectoids, probably. You've got the carbine, you've got the rifle. So if you went here, you have vision on both of them. An AP, you have AP grenades too, though, and AP grenades can do a lot of damage. If I do this, I definitely need to protect you over here. So we either use the shiv to kill here, or we have to use AP grenades to do it. But we definitely need to protect you. So let's move in and let's go for the shot on the one in the back. Because he's the one performing the psi nonsense, right? No, this is the one performing the psi nonsense. So we go for the one in the front. One in front is easier to kill. Yeah, so let's go for the one in the front. That is a dang flank, and we get 7 damage critical, which is pretty sweet. So we can come here and we would get a proximity bonus against them. We don't get a flank here because there's no other cover that we can stand behind that gets the flank on him. We could with our shiv. So if we move the shiv up here, we could flank him. We could kill him probably pretty easily, actually. So if we want to accomplish that, we need to at least kill this guy. It would be great to take out even more here, potentially. But if we killed him, then we have to do something to deny a flank up here. I can't really do that because these guys are panicking. Okay, that's kind of bad. I might not be able to use the shiv for that. I might have to use the shiv over here. Let's move up to high cover. Let's take our shot percentages here first of all. We have 100 on this one due to proximity. 100 on this one due to proximity. The probability of us killing them isn't great. We've got proximity on that as well. Oh man, they're going to have good chances to hit us as well as a result though. And we're not in this dual cover. We took the high cover, so this guy could very easily, any of them could really easily flank us potentially. Man, 100 and only 30 to crit, and we're probably going to do 3 damage. We might do 4. Or is a grenade better in this situation? I feel like the grenade is probably better. This is so sketchy. No, we're going to shoot him. Carbine to the face! Good job, 4 damage critical. That was pretty slick. So we can come over here, and we can shoot this guy with the flank, or we can come here and almost guarantee this kill. This is actually safer for our people, because this will deny them the ability to flank us. I mean, this is an open shot that we could take. This will deny this guy the ability of coming over here and flanking us, because he's going to be dead. And also, it's going to really encourage them to shoot our shiv instead. 7,200%, and this does a ton of damage, so we don't even need a crit. 6 damage, great. Goodbye. So this schmectoid is going to move up behind this high cover, probably take a shot at our shiv. 63%, best shot all day. Doesn't penetrate our armor. Fantastic. And my turn again. Well, I would really love not to waste experience on the shiv. Getting kills with people with their guns would be great, but if they can't, then they can't. You don't actually get a shot from here. What you can do, though, there's no overwatches. You can move up ahead aggressively to this car so that you're in position to do some work on them in the future. You can move ahead to this position. You might be able to grenade them even. I mean, you're not going to do anything else, so let's do that now. And let's take a peek at our grenade. No grenade. Okay, so it's shot. It's shot or nothing. We've already got this guy moving aggressively for the flank. You've got a 46. Let's go. Just go for the kill. Just go for the kill. You missed. Good job. That's alright. I think we can still mop up this situation. There are 3 sectoids active, and I happen to have 2 soldiers with grenades up here, and a shiv that can get a flank. I can't get a flank here. I can't get a flank here. We're behind high cover already, so why don't we... That wouldn't do damage to this guy, though. The shiv can go for that. Why don't we go for these 2 over here? Potentially do damage to all 3, but we're going to try and work on these 2 with grenades. Nice. Wow, that was insane.
When using explosives. While certainly effective at killing aliens, they
you know
also
what?
destroy the artifacts we're hoping to recover from the bodies.
We're going to shoot this
Something
one.
to consider.
I know we're flanked. We got an 89. No whammy. Yeah, no, we got him. It's good. We're fine. Nothing to see here. Everything's good.
Okay.
We're going to advance, and we're going to take a shot on this guy with our carbine. 56%. If we get the gun kill, that's better. Good. Awesome. Well done. Well done, XCOM. Well done. So that was the starting mission. Not that ridiculous of a challenge. Definitely harder than the base game, I would say. But not on the same level as Long War Original, I don't think.
Commander. I'm impressed you were able to
So
recover
Klaus
so much of the
Mueller
life
here.
substance
Mueller.
without any casualties.
Mueller. Fantastic. Excellent name. You got Scout Sniper.
Snipers specialize in dealing massive
You have
amounts of
67
damage
base
from afar,
aim,
but
14
without sufficient
mobility,
training, they're
26
vulnerable in
will.
close combat situations.
If you had 70 aim, I'd totally make you a sniper. Let's make you a... 67 is still good. Like, 65 is about average. Let's make you a scout recon. And you'll notice the colors are different than default Long War colors. I've customized all of my colors for all of my classes. It's never the same. I don't have a fixed set of colors I always use, so...
The heavy weapons
Alright,
specialist
66
provides a
aim.
crucial service to the
That's,
squad.
again, decent aim.
With the rocket launcher in tow, there are
We're going to make you a
demolitions
gunner,
experts.
suppression gunner most likely.
Just
Support.
like it sounds, the support
66.
class provides that intangible edge our squads need. They make everyone
They
around
don't
them
all
better.
have 66 aim. No, one of them had 67. Like, can somebody have, like, 70 aim, please? That would be great. Because I 24 will is not that fantastic. It's not awful, but it's not that fantastic. I'm going to make you a medic. I really need an engineer with decent aim, because engineers are sort of your anti-mechanicals
The
now.
assault class serves as our front line.
Yeah, you're going to be
They're the
assault.
first ones into a
61
fight,
isn't sufficient
and the
for
last ones
infantry.
out.
15 mobility is going to be okay. 52 will is actually decent. Your health is alright. You're definitely assault. And another support with 64 aim this time. 48 will. Okay, so Fraser Sutherland here is going to be a medic. It's probably going to be our first officer if we can get him to be an officer. So we're going to need to level up some more people. That wasn't the best batch of level ups.
And the research team is awaiting your orders.
Sectoid corpses,
We'll get
weapons,
started
fragments.
as
We got
soon
5
as you
meld
give
as
the
well.
order,
That's pretty
Commander.
sweet. And let's talk to some people. Hey, Dr. V. Hey, Dr. S.
Every member of the council
Hey,
is
Bradford.
going to unsaddle-
Let's go to mission control. Done. Fantastic. We talked to everybody. Buy items. First thing I want to buy here is a motion tracker. They're super duper important. Scouting is a big deal, especially since battle scanners are kind of garbage now. Battle scanners are nigh close to well, they're eminently useful, but for people who still think like the old way, they'll think they're useless. We're going to expand down. I think we'll get a foundry and a repair facility here. We'll do our satellites. We have steam right next to us. That's good. We got a little bit of extra money. I think with that money, we will go ahead and buy ourselves another interceptor. Cool. And I don't think we need to outfit one of these with stingrays yet. We'll wait until we have the new interceptor at the very least before we do that. But let's scan. I keep getting early UFOs. Like every campaign I've played so far, we get an early Nigerian UFO. 1 scientist for 2 sectoids. Yeah, fine. I want to try and complete as many requests as I can this time, and not be stingy about them if possible. Wow. Well, it's only been like 4 days, so it's not like it's that long. Excavation complete. Wow. Can I drum up enough money for this? Gray market. Not really. I don't want to sell any of that stuff yet.
However, we should be careful in choosing what items we release.
Thank you. Let me do. Okay, I think if I click here, yeah. Yeah, there's nothing happening. The last couple campaigns, I've had a UFO that I've been able to shoot down this early. Meld from France. I want that meld, though, bro. Yeah, fine. Ugh, that's all my meld. No more meld.
Access lift operational.
Oh my goodness. If nothing happens, I can't afford to do anything. So no UFO. We just get an abduction.
Commander, we've picked up
Okay.
multiple requests
I mean,
for
it's
assistance.
something. It's money.
Abductions in
It's a light
progress are
abduction
marked on
in
the
Canada,
hologram.
so we're going to be going to Edmonton, Canada for this mission, guys. But that's going to be next time. Thank you for tuning in. This has been XCOM Enemy Within Long War. I am Liz, and I hope to see you next time.